Hello everyone and welcome to Payilagam podcast. My name is Sandeep. Anevarkum Vanakkam. I'm going to introduce Tamil to you today. But before I do that, I think it's very important to first state my perspective. You see, with Tamil comes Tamil history, Tamil language, Tamil culture, Tamil people, and with that a whole lot of differences in opinions and a whole lot of different ways of looking at history. Now in this, I would like to state very clearly, my perspective is not that of kings and monarchs. The perspective that I look at history is not that of the Brahmin or the capitalist or the feudal lord or the people who govern, but the people who were governed. And in that, the lowest common denominator, the last people, the people who suffered the most or were worst affected by state policy or king's policies. And in that, we come with a gender perspective, with a caste perspective, and a racial perspective. So, Tamil is brought to you today and in this entire podcast through this lens, because Tamil is very, very old. Now, exactly how old is Tamil as a language? We can study that and have some sense of it, and these would be factual. But basically, it can be said that Tamil is one of the oldest literatures and languages that continues to stay alive in the form that it used to be more than 2,000, 3,000 years ago. There are essentially 7 classical languages in the world, that is Arabic, Sanskrit, Hebrew, Latin, Chinese, which is Mandarin, Greek, and Tamil. Out of these, the Semitic languages, Arabic and Hebrew, they don't pass a certain point of time in history, because old Mesopotamian has no contact with the Semitic languages. So that puts Hebrew and Arabic out of the question. Now then, there is Greek. Ancient Greek has no contact with today's Catholicized Greek. They are both very, very different languages. Then there is Latin. Latin is a very young language. And Sanskrit. Sanskrit is one of the biggest sort of contentions with Tamil. Now it must be clearly stated here that Sanskrit by literature starts only in the 3rd century AD. All the claims that Sanskrit was there before in 7th century BC and 1500 BC and all of that, there is no actual proof for this. They say that it was it was a verbal language, it was passed down by word of mouth, but how can you show proof for that? Therefore, by the general factors of literature and science, Tamil and Mandarin are the only 2 ancient languages, the oldest language. That being said, it's very important, I think, first to state that it is not a race. It's not about which language is older or which language is better. The important thing to notice here is that every language is beautiful. Sanskrit, Hindi, Chinese, Siamese, any language that you want to take in the world, to the people who speak it, it is greatly important and beautiful. So one can respect it just for the fact that some people speak it, or whoever speaks it, they love it. That's the only reason a language needs to be held in importance, and therefore in that case Tamil is also very beautiful on its own. In this podcast, I will bring about Tamil, and through that we can learn Tamil together, and we can learn how to read Tamil together, we can learn how to speak Tamil together, and we learn how to write Tamil. So this podcast is very useful for those of you who are English speakers or who understand English and would like to have a sense of Tamil or the Tamilian. Wherever you are in this world, this would be a helpful process for you. We will also have students come in for this podcast, other learners, professors, and we will exhibit what it means for a non-Tamil speaker to actually speak Tamil fluently, hold conversations, and even hold a space completely in Tamil. Through this, we will learn about Tamil, but through Tamil, we will learn about Tamil values that have actually stood the test of time. Some of these values involve social justice, self-respect, freedom in gender freedom and equality, social equality, very, very important topic in Tamil Nadu, in Tamil politics and in Tamil people, and a sense of being a culture or a very inclusive and tolerant society on its own, but not wanting to be dominated or governed by anybody else. Tamil people tend to love having people speak their language and also to come to their places. We have an old Tamil saying called Vandarar Vaazhavaikum Tamilagam, which basically means those who come to Tamil Nadu, we will ensure that they stay. So that is the amount of love that the Tamil people have for others coming and joining them, which is not the issue. The only issue comes when somebody wants to come and govern them. We will go through ancient scripts at times just to bring out some of the values that actually have managed to keep going on and that are still framed today, that are still spoken about today, such as Pirapokkum Ella Uirkum Sirappova Seidoril Vetrumayan, which basically means those who are born, that sentient life that is born and is able to live, do not discriminate them. That's not for humans only, it is also for other creatures. This podcast will help you meet people, speak in Tamil, and also build your self-confidence in actually getting involved in a culture that is not specifically religion-based, not specifically exclusive in any form, but as trying to be as inclusive as it possibly can. Many have also stated that there is a problem or sort of differences in the way Tamil is spoken and then the way Tamil is written. Now, there are differences such as accents, then there are dialects, various dialects of Tamil. So we will be going into the various dialects. We will also go into the difference between the spoken and the written so that you can understand how to learn both of them and to be able to have the best access into Tamil and the Tamil world. So, see you soon in the next podcast and in the next videos. Those of you who are in the podcast, listening in the podcast, I will give detailed descriptions of all the things that we are teaching. And those of you who have the video, I will show it to you in the video in itself. And of course, don't forget to support us. Subscribe to Payilagam podcast. You can help us become a member on Patreon or on YouTube and join this community and most importantly, do not stop learning Tamil. Do not stop getting involved in Tamil and the Tamil life. See you in the next episode.